Hello, hello, hello. Hi, welcome. I am Sylvia Hayes, and you are watching Good News at Primetime. Tonight, we have a good topic. It is an ounce of prevention. An ounce of prevention. Every time I see or hear somebody talking about somebody have cancer, that really bothers me. To have cancer, that really bothers me because cancer can be prevented. It can be prevented if you know how. Okay, so to see people with cancer, because I'm in the prevention mode. I'm gonna be honest. I am in the prevention mode. I do everything in my power to prevent stuff. Prevent it. It started out with high blood pressure because high blood pressure runs in my family. Okay, so if high blood pressure runs in the family, and you know that they say that pork make you have high blood pressure, I cut out the pork because I didn't want to get high blood pressure. Okay. Putting a lot of different kinds of foods in your body can give you cancer. Not eating right can give you cancer. I'm trying to eat right so I won't get cancer. Okay. I'm in the cancer prevention mode. That's why I'm laying low on the sugar because sugar causes cancer cells energy to grow. So if I have cancer cells in my body, I'm not putting a whole lot of sugar in there to give it that energy to grow. I'm cutting it out. I'm putting the vitamins in my body. Um, Everything I can to prevent cancer or to kill it. Because there are certain foods that will actually kill cancer, like moringa. If you have cancer, moringa, Moringa. Moringa is better for cancer than chemo. I, I put moringa in my body, preventing cancer. I am preventing. I am preventing. Right now, I am healthy, wealthy, and wise. No, what's at one time there were a lot of issues. I ain't gonna say a lot of issues. I had a couple of issues. One of them was arthritis. Okay, got rid of it. Okay, because now I know better. When you learn better, you do better. Okay, cancer prevention, arthritis prevention, or healing, even my vision. I'm right now, I'm have what is it, nearsighted, where my letters are getting smaller and smaller. Okay, but that's the only problem. Way out, I can see good. Everything is clear. It's just that the letters are getting small. Age demacrate, age something. Anyway, I'm healthy. Okay, I'm not on pills for anything. I'm taking my vitamins. I am healthy. Prevention, an ounce of prevention is worth a pound of cure. I'm not going to eat everything and do everything to get sick and then try to doctor myself well. No, I'm going to prevent it, so I don't have to go through those changes. And that's what we're going to talk about today. Prevention, an ounce of prevention is worth a pound of cure. Of course, we're going to always talk about my book, Power Thoughts, empowering you to be successful in life. You got to get that book because that will help you in itself in preventing things. Okay, it prevent you from making the wrong decisions, prevent you from having low self-esteem. It's a prevention book. Yes, Power Thoughts is a prevention book. It will prevent you from failing because you're going to have that knowledge and the wisdom to go ahead and do what you got to do. It gives you power. The book gives you power. You'll be surprised what that book will do. And also, coming up next weekend, it is here already, June 3rd. We are having a gospel and comedy show at the Connect Point in Snellville, 3755 Centerville Highway. 3755 Centerville Highway. That is where we're having it. You can go on Eventbrite and get it. Lord, I need a laugh. Lord, I need a laugh on Eventbrite, Gospel and Comedy Show. You're gonna, it's gonna be so good. Those comedians are so good, and the gospel singers, you're gonna really enjoy. This is a time for enjoying yourself. This is a perfect time for good outings. Go with your girlfriends, the guy friends, and everybody. Just have a good laugh, because we're in troublesome times right now. A lot of things are happening that stress you out. Why not go and get some good comedy in? And clean comedy at that. You don't have to worry about that raunchy stuff. And all these pastors who want to take their friends out, take the church out to clean comedy, this is the place. Okay? Tell everybody, get your congregation to come out. Next Saturday, June the 3rd, 7 o'clock. Our doors open at 6. And so with all of that in mind, we're going to go ahead and bring on my co-host, Mr. Reggie Drummer. Hi, Reggie. How are you?
I'm doing great, doing good. I got good news. So, that's a good thing.
Oh, good.
Definitely want to welcome everybody over here. Make sure you hit that subscribe button, share. Over here, Square Mile Media Atlanta. Getting ready for the show next weekend. I think all roads lead to Snellville. People
Oh,
ask,
yeah.
where is Snellville? Well, they about to find out next week. We're going to be
Yeah.
laughing and having some big fun. And then tonight's topic, I'm excited because ounce of prevention. I thought about, what's that thing, an apple a day keeps the
Help to
doctor
keep
away.
doctor away. Yep. Yep. And you'd be surprised what that apple would do. People don't realize how valuable an apple is. It,
Oh, yeah.
yeah. Actually, loosen your bowel. For some people, it keep
Oh,
you
yeah, yeah.
running, keep you
Apple.
regulated. Yeah. It does a lot of good things for you. Pears does too. So like if you're having a constipation problem, you can eat a pear and it'll take you to the bathroom. Somebody told me that one time, and they said pears make them go to the bathroom. I'm going, really? They don't do anything to
Uh,
me. So one day I ate a pear and a glass of apple juice. That was my breakfast.
okay.
Man, a couple hours later, boom, everything came out. Yeah.
Okay. Good to know that. A
Yeah.
lot of people put their faith in prunes.
Yeah.
But now that we know there are other fruits out there, but I guess pears got fiber in them. There are a lot of things that are clean you out. Peaches do it for some people. We thinking about ounce of prevention, especially in the area of health.
Mm-hmm.
I just finished looking at a book. It's called what's that? A Well-Lived Life. And it's from this doctor that's 103 years old.
Mm.
This lady, Dr. Gladys McCary, she's
Uh-huh.
103 years old. This is sharp as a tack. But she's got some stuff in there because when you think about health, um, we all might have a health challenge. But the stronger our body is, when we look at the spiritual, the mental, the physical, the social, when you get all those components together, whatever comes your way, you're able to deal with it and fight it. She had, even though she was holistic and she practiced all kind of things, she did have a cancer scare. But
Mm-hmm.
that's a but because she had done so much preventive work. She didn't have to take chemo or none of that, and her body at 103 years old is cancer free. Well,
Mm.
there's certain things you have to do, because they say there's something in all of us. What
Mm-hmm.
what we can do is slow down the process, whether it be aging, being sick, all those things can be controlled by the mind, the spirit, and that. And so we're finding out a lot about that now. Uh, however you feel, whatever you're thinking, and I know sometimes it seems kind of like hocus pocus. They say, "Oh man, these the flower people. They just running around happy and dandy." But the better your attitude is, that's one of the best ways to prevent disease,
Oh
along with
yeah.
eating better.
Yeah. And you know what? A lot of people are sick and it's nothing but stress.
Oh yeah. Oh, stress is a
Their
biggie.
jobs. Because
Ooh.
I was on this job and this guy he got really sick and they took him to the hospital. He was in the hospital for a few days
Oh.
and they let him out. And when it was time for him to come back to work, he got sick again.
Oh yeah.
No. Yeah,
Whoa.
so
Whoa.
so that tells you his problem was stress from the job.
Oh
You
yeah.
know,
Jobs kill more people every year, more people than auto accidents.
Yeah.
You know, they say on Monday morning, between the hours of 7 o'clock and 10 o'clock, there are more people that die of heart attacks
Mm.
trying to go to work, a job they hate, and it's killing them. It's killing lots of people. You know, one of the things, and I was always said this, uh, I hadn't worked a job in over 40 years.
Mm. Yeah.
And by not having a job, you live longer. Now people say, well, you got to work, you got to make a living. See, a job is something you do just over broke. You're just doing something just to pass through the motion. But once you find something you love, you'll never work again. You'll never work again. You found your passion, you found your reason, your purpose. You know, you can work a physical job. I don't care where it is. It can be the post office, Walmart, it could be teaching, and you can go there every day and you'll live longer than anybody out there because it's not a job to you.
Right. Yeah.
You
Shoot,
go in
some
there
people
because
go to work just to get away from home.
yeah, well that can
Work
be
at the
stressful.
work atmosphere is much better for them than
Oh,
home
yeah.
atmosphere.
Well, we found that out during COVID. A lot of folk got rid of their family when COVID
Yeah.
went down because they had to be around them. They had to see the kids. Women had to see their husbands, and they was dissatisfied with them. It's more people left their families. You know, we said COVID took a lot of folk out, but a lot of folk just took themselves out. They said, "Man, I just got awakened because the job where they went for work was the pacifier. It was a thing that kept them healthy. And
Mm.
if you got a good job, you know, because this lady, 3 years old, she still practices medicine.
Mm.
But, you know,
Yeah.
she's not like an office type. She's a consultant like. At 103,
Right.
her mind is sharp. She's on point because she said she wanted to be a doctor since she was 2 years old.
Oh, really?
So she's been thinking about this for over 100 years.
And she
That's all
practiced
that's been on her
homeopathic.
mind.
She practiced homeopathic medicine, right?
Oh yeah. No, no,
Yeah.
most did. Yeah, yes. You know,
Yeah.
uh, but when you think about an ounce of prevention, you know, an apple a day, different things that we do, I think about, and this is any category in life. You can apply this to your health. You can apply this to your money. You can apply it to anything. Uh,
Mm.
well, there's really four categories, but I'm just going into two of them. The first category is urgent and it's important. You know, that means that it's the red zone, the rent due. They're gonna kick you out. You just had a heart attack. They just told you you had cancer. You just got a divorce. You found out you lost your job. You know, these are category one. They urgent and they're important because they right in your face. You can't miss it. But
Right.
category two, it's not urgent, but it's important. Rest. It ain't urgent that you get rest until the doctor says you better get some rest. But it's important that you get rest. It's important that you get exercise. It is important that you monitor what you eat. It's
Mm.
not urgent, but it's important. It's all the things that are in this category are the things that are we call the preventive category. These are things that you do to relieve stress, to improve your quality of life. Nobody's going to tell you to do this. This doesn't come up in the book of life. You know, the book of life is going just like this. Rent due, you finish school. Once you like guys coming out of school now, students, they going right into life. They just threw them in the pot. And it's boiling.
Mm.
It's at 108 degrees. It's hot. Either they gonna hop out the skillet or hop right back in the frying pan. They ain't got no choice unless they prepare themselves, and life becomes just an easy job, just a walk in the park.
Yeah, yeah. And you have to prepare yourself. But you know what? Rest, that is so important. I learned that lesson 20 years ago because I
Okay.
used to stay up late. I used to stay up late and get up early. You know, can't go to bed. I got this to do, got this to do. But one day, my body told me enough is enough. I would be up late and my chest start hurting. I would
Mm,
ignore it, you know, but I can't, I don't do that now though. But I ignored it. And one day I had to go to the hospital thinking I'm gonna have a heart attack. They put me in the hospital. They told me I
Wow.
had a heart warning. A heart warning. So I had to go home. And the doctor said, go home, get some rest, don't go back to work, right? I'm going, yeah, now I can do some work. That's what I was thinking. I got home and couldn't do jack.
Wow.
My body, it just went down. I couldn't do nothing but lay in the bed and get some rest. But I said, that is the only warning that I need. I don't need any more lessons, because I
Oh,
could have been
yes.
out right there, a heart warning, and I could feel my chest hurting, I could feel my heart hurting me by me staying up and not resting. So now I
Right.
know to get my rest. And other people should do the same thing, because they think they can party, especially younger people. They party, stay up
Well,
late and get up early. They're not doing their body good. You have to take
well,
care of your body. So, where I see, if you don't take care of your body, where are you going to live?
oh, yeah.
Think about
Well,
it. Where are you going to live if you don't take care of your body? You take care of your body going to take care of you.
this is the most important tool that we've been given. This bodysuit, that we occupy. It's our job to take care of it. It's not your mama's, not your daddy's, it's not your doctor's, nobody else's. And if you don't take care of it, you don't do those things that we say are in category two, maintaining optimum health, eating better food choices. Yeah, you might uh, eat different things that might not be good for you, but when you know to back off and how to keep things in moderation. They call it
Mm-hmm.
moderation. What works for you might not work for me, and vice versa. But once I know my mind, my body, my spirit, I can utilize those things that are helpful for me. It's just like I forgot. It used to be a cartoon was on, and it might have been a superhero movie. And the guy say they beating him up, and he said, "Get me near some water. Just throw me in the water." And they threw him in the water. He became strong, because he knew what he needed to become strong. And each of us have what it takes. And you know what? Usually it comes from our parents, usually on our mother's side, a mother or a grandmother that tells us something that we need. Now, you might ignore it for years. You might ignore it for years, but you'll look and you say, man, my mama told me that. And you
Mm-hmm.
use that as a mechanism to save yourself from yourself sometimes, because sometimes we can get out of control. We don't pay attention. We got a lot of young people. They just go, 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 go. Next thing you know, 26 years old, they just had a entertainer fell out on the stage, less than 30 years old, exhausted,
Mm-hmm.
didn't know when to go to sleep.
Yeah. And it'll happen if you don't rest your body gonna take over and do it himself. So
Oh
you
yeah.
volunteer to give your body some rest. Otherwise, the body gonna just take over. You won't do it on your own. So I gotta make you. you know.
Well, the body's got a built-in mechanism. This mind, this body, just say the body will shut down before it allows you to receive optimum pain. Sometimes, and I know it might sound bad, but just say they'll describe somebody and they'll say he was dead on impact. That means that bam, time it happened, he was gone. I look at people that you might think they suffered, but the body it's got a it'll shut down. There are people that have been through violent incidents and they have no remembrance of it because the body shuts down. Well, vice versa. When you are doing things that are detrimental to the body, you might be eating too much. Next thing you know, uh, even before they tell you you got a heart problem or this or that, the body will shut it down. Next thing you know, because uh, for instance, I used to like ice cream. And I said, man, as soon as I get grown, I'm gonna get me a gallon of ice cream. And I got greedy. I was in a hotel room and I had 2 big gallons of ice cream. And
Mm.
I didn't finish them. The body shut down. I fell asleep. I ate that
Uh-huh.
ice cream. I fell asleep. I was about 19 years old, and I said, man, I'm on my own. They can't tell me to just get a cup of ice cream. I'm gonna eat this whole gallon, and I got another gallon. I'm gonna eat it too. Well, my body wouldn't let me do it. The same thing with alcohol. I said, man, you know what? I ain't never drunk nothing. I need to, I'm gonna get me 2 pitchers of beer. I'm gonna finish it. Now, some people, if your body doesn't shut down, you know, or doesn't give you a warning sign, then something's wrong. That's where drugs, when people get drug overdoses and things. But I'm thankful that my body knows when to cut it down or shut it down. And
Mhm.
that's probably because of ounce of prevention. The body will give you signs when it's time to stop.
Yep, yep, it will. And sometimes you just need to know when to stop.
Oh,
You
yeah,
know,
know you know it.
and when to put the right things in your body. For instance, like um pork. I
Mm,
didn't want high blood pressure, so I stopped eating pork. A lot of things, cow milk. Now that and one of the things about food, when you learn better, you do better. I used to drink milk like crazy, but
ah,
now I don't do that because you think about it. Have you ever seen a cow graze in the field? A cow? No.
yeah,
Okay, you have. Okay,
right. I
when you
just don't watch them, but I've
you
seen them do
say
it. I pass by
okay.
them.
So all that slime that's coming out of their mouth, do you ever pay any attention to that? Have you ever paid any attention to that? A
Oh,
cow
yeah,
where they're grazing and then that slime
yeah.
coming out, that same byproduct that's in that cow, you put it in your system.
Ooh,
When you're drinking that milk and stuff, that same byproduct is coming from the cow. You put it in your system, and that's why a lot when they say if you have a cold, don't drink milk because it makes a lot of mucus. So I don't do that. That mucus carry bacteria and stuff. It
well,
some kind of enzymes and stuff that's not good for your body.
right. Well,
Yeah.
we did a show the other night, and we were talking about, I think, what were we talking about? Growing your own food. Well, if we grew our own food, raise our own cows, and raise our own chickens, a lot of things wouldn't be in our we wouldn't have a lot of health problems. Like you said with the milk, because uh, of what they feeding the cows, uh, and it sounds gross. 70% of the milk that we drink is mucus,
Mm.
cow mucus or pus. And that's why your body rejects it. That's why they say, well, you lactose intolerant, yada, yada, yada. The pig, even though in all the holy books it speaks negative of the pig, but the modern day pig, because it's used as a garbage disposal on the farm, the pig, the chicken, and the cow, man has perverted these animals. But if you were able to raise your own chickens, your own cows, your own pigs, your own goats, you would have a better quality of food, nutrition. Basically, uh, everything we eat is just like what we eat. You know how they say, just like meat?
Mm-hmm.
You need to put that in front of everything you eat that you don't personally grow. If you go to a fast food place, you get a burger. It's just like a burger. If you go to a chicken place, I think they just stopped calling Kentucky. Well, KF. They just call it KFC.
Yeah.
They don't
Yeah.
even mention the word chicken.
Mm.
You
Yeah.
know. But again, an ounce of prevention. My grandmother used to say, "We're gonna die in a land of plenty." Now, it took me a minute to catch up with that. Okay, that meant that we would have all the food we wanted available, but we have to make better choices of eating it. By the time you say, you know what, I'm just gonna eat fish, you find out that all the fish got mercury in it. Some of the fish not even they just like fish. You take a fish like tilapia, it's just like fish,
Mm-hmm.
man-made, produced, all that type of stuff. By the time you say, you know what, I'm gonna just eat vegetables, you find out that if you're not eating vegetables with seeds in them, they're not real. If you eat a
GMO.
grape, it doesn't have a seed in it, or you eat a watermelon and it doesn't have a seed in it, you eat a peach, and you know a peach is supposed to have a seed in it. You eat
Yeah,
a pear and it doesn't have a seed in it. These are genetically modified organisms that look just like these things. So an ounce of prevention puts us into the mindset we have to start growing our own food, and we got to pay attention to what we stick down our throat, uh,
mm-hmm.
and that helps us. But in the real world, being that we can minimize what we eat, you still got to eat what because unless you cook, creating the food source yourself, all this type stuff, the biggest thing is to limit the amount that you eat and eliminate it. We have people running around with 2 and 3 weeks of bowels build up inside their body.
Yeah,
Now, that's fermenting. That means that cancer grows. One of the reasons that people that eat less and eliminate body waste don't experience a lot of the diseases, high blood pressure, diabetes, colon cancer, this cancer is because of the eliminating process.
yeah,
Okay, these
and
things are being eliminated and pushed out of the body. Even drinking and eating some of the same things that other people eat. You can eat the pulse from the cows, but you're not drinking a lot of it, and you're eliminating it, and the body doesn't have uh, 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 those antibodies in your body is not in there working with those bad cells, and then they're being beat up and overpowered. Next thing you know, you got some type of weird disease.
yeah, and a lot of people who have these big old stomach, they think it's just fat, but actually what it is your colons is stretching and stretching because all your food go to your colon, and that's where you get your minerals from, and all the vitamin stuff. The nutrition is in your colons. When it get clogged up, your colon stretch so it can get those nutrients, and when that get clogged up, it stretch some more so it can get those nutrients. And that's how you get a bigger and bigger stomach because it's stretching to get those nutrients. And people don't realize that you got to keep your colon clean.
Ugh.
Eliminate. I drinking water is one of the things you can do. Just drink plenty of water all the time. And what I do once a month, I drink a glass of prune juice.
Okay.
Once a month to just help try to flush stuff out. But you got to do that. You got to keep it clean. Otherwise, if you let it stay in there, your colon gonna become impact, and then the bacteria sometimes can seep out, and
Right.
cause other problems in your body. And on top of
Yeah.
that, that's where you can get colon cancer from. Because it's all in there, fermenting,
Yeah.
whatever you want to
Oh,
say.
it
It's
just it's you know we got once we start looking at the body, this is the biggest thing we've been trusted to take care of, our human body. This
mm-hmm.
earth suit that we walking around in. Uh and it's fighting something every day. Every day it's battling. And we have to do what we can to help it. And you can do this at any age. Most of the diseases can be reversed. Most of the
Yeah,
whether it be diabetes, heart blood pressure, heart
arthritis.
risk, arthritis.
Yeah,
A lot of people, they'll say, "Well, man, I got back pains." Okay, uh, you can follow them home and find out if you were able to sit with someone for a long a week, 2 week period. Well, basically 7 days. You could find out what's causing them problems. People with a lot of back pains and joint pains drink a lot of coffee, caffeine, sodas, uh, a lot of what those health drinks, Powerades, and all that. Next thing you
mm-hmm.
know, they got a lot of discomfort, joint pains, especially as they get older. Because your body, the same thing that you ate when you was 10, you can't eat now. Like I say,
Right.
I don't remember the last time I ate more than a cup of ice cream. You know what I'm
Mm.
saying?
Yeah, but you know
Yeah,
what?
yeah.
One of the things that causes back pain, lack of exercise.
Oh,
Okay.
mobility. Ooh, yeah,
Yeah,
we got to talk about that. Oh, yeah.
your shoes. If your shoes are worn down on one side, is throwing your back out of whack. And that's
Mm.
going to cause you to have back pain. If you are constipated, all that impactness in your colons and stuff, that can cause you to have back pain. You know, a lot
Oh
of
yeah.
people don't know that. You get a good animal workout, your back pain can go away. If you exercise, sometimes the muscles down there, the lower part of your back, I can't even remember what it's called, down there, the tailbone,
Right.
those muscles get so tight, and it
The
causes you
gluteus
to have back pain.
maximus.
Huh?
The gluteus maximum.
No, not that far down.
Not
Right,
okay.
the tailbone, right there
Okay.
at the what is it? I can't even think of it, but
Okay.
it's the low part of your back, not the gluteus
Okay.
maximus, not that one, but it the muscles in there get so tight and it causes you to have back pain. And sometimes
Oh,
your bed can cause you to have back pain. If you don't have a good sleeping mattress, your back can go out of whack and cause you to have
oh,
back pain.
yes. Yes.
Yeah, so you
Well,
got to exercise. You got to have a good mattress, and you got to have good shoes. Because those shoes, I didn't know that, but my doctor told me about that one. So when he told me about my shoes, I became conscious. When my back started hurting, time to change shoes because they're all worn out, you know, and it throws my back out of whack and causes pain. So if you exercise, that's one of the things you got to do. Exercise, stretch those muscles, and that will eliminate some pain. And you know
well,
what? Back pain also causes people to have high blood pressure. A lot of people be
yeah.
on high blood pressure pill, and if they take a pain pill, that blood pressure go down. But instead, the
Mm,
doctor got them on blood pressure pills. You
yeah.
know,
Yeah.
all you got to do is take a pain pill. But then too, if you exercise and get your back in the right order, you don't have to take a back pill, a
Well,
pain pill.
well, there are three things, and these are some things that I've been practicing for years. You know, every 100 days we'll throw this out there. Every day, I think since I've been like 25 years old, I spend, which is nothing but meditation, and it was hard, especially as a male, to think about doing this. You know, to spend at least 2 to 3 minutes a day just focusing on me, myself, and I meditate.
Mm-hmm.
Usually it's early in the morning, calming down, taking some deep breaths, not thinking about nothing, just getting myself in order. You know, and even before I go to bed. The second thing is drinking some warm. This all preventive maintenance. Drinking some
Mm-hmm.
warm water. You'd be surprised. I know people say, "Well, you know, I can't. I don't like the taste of water, drummer. I put a lemon in it, throw some cayenne pepper in. Whatever you got to do. But if you can drink just some warm water before you go to bed, or even when you get up, you'll be surprised how it makes you feel. Okay, it's going to help you have regular bowel movements, all that type stuff. And then the third thing, walk, crawl, hop, run, or crawl, or stretch for at least 2 to 3 minutes every day. You'd be surprised. You know, I would get up sometimes, and you know, I'd be like this. Oh man, it's look like my fingers are stiff. But I'll start doing stuff like this, moving my fingers. I'll move my toes. I'll stretch. You know, because sometimes in the position of a pillow or something like that, I might get up and ask, "Oh man, I got a neck cramp," and I'm just like this. Well, mentally, I know I can't go the whole day like that. So I'll stretch a little bit and start moving around. And by the time I take a hot, warm shower, guess what? That
It's all
cramp,
gone.
the hands, everything starts feeling better. So
Mm-hmm.
we have to prepare our body to encounter this world. And
Yeah.
that's part of preparation.
Yeah, yeah, you do. 'Cause exercise is so important, just movement, period.
Oh,
Man,
yeah.
I've been looking at some different exercises on the internet. It's just moving, just shaking around, stretching, and you can do stuff right there at your desk. For
Oh,
those who
yeah.
have an office job, I used to do that and used to bug the daylights out of people because I had that swivel chair, right? So I'm
Okay.
sitting at my desk and I'm swirling from side to side. And every time I would go from side to side, my chair would squeak, squeak, squeak,
Ah,
squeak, squeak. And so somebody said, Sylvia, please. but I was getting my exercise in right there
yeah.
at my desk. And you know, and a lot of people say, I don't have time to exercise. I'm going to work, I'm doing this and that. But if you have a water break or 10-minute break on your job, you can walk up and down the hallway, get up
Right.
and go to the bathroom. That's walking right there. Twist your head around, while you're
Right.
on your job, taking deep breaths, setting up, lift your legs right there at your chair. And there's another one you can do like this, and then knee.
Oh yeah.
That's twisting your waist right there, going da da knee da da knee, and that's working your waist right there, and just doing this right there on the job. Exercise.
Okay.
You got to
We're
keep that
doing that.
movement. Doing this, you know, doing or just rolling your shoulders.
Right.
And on top of that, it puts fresh oxygen to your brains, and you can think more clearly. So a lot
Right.
of times,
Oh.
I used to do that when I was taking a test at school. I'd get up and walk to the back of the classroom and just start doing walking in place to give my
Okay.
body some exercise. So didn't go outside because they think I'm trying to cheat or something. But just in the back of the classroom, wake up and then go back to my desk.
Mm.
Because that movement gives you fresh oxygen to your brains and you can think better, wake you
Right.
up. So you got to do that. You got to, and just drinking water, it helps flows out all the bacteria out of your body. Just drinking water. A lot of times people say, well, I'm drinking sodas, but you don't want to just drink sodas or, I know what it was. I drink
Mm.
tea and somebody said, no, you can't drink tea. That's not water. But it's still water. Just because you got tea in there, it doesn't mean it's not water. The tea doesn't make the water turn to something else.
Oh.
You still got that water in there. That's just like a
Right.
cake. I can't eat sugar, but you can eat the cake. The cake got sugar in it. you know?
Yeah.
Yeah.
No. Yeah. Well, when you think about it, a lot of the things that we share with people, it's important too that you get regular checkups from your doctor. I
Oh
know
yeah.
sometimes people say, well, man, I don't trust the doctors and this and that. But you know what? What's real good, if you can maintain some of these things. And I was listening to Steve Harvey, and he said, when you can maintain some of these things, and then you can go to your doctor, and your doctor amplifies how you feel. Especially you're not having a lot of these side effects of different things. Your doctor might ask you, man, what are you doing? But usually your doctor know you're doing a certain different thing. They know you're paying attention to your nutrition. That's what you're sticking in your mouth. They know you're doing some form of exercise. They know you reducing stress. You're doing some things you like. You're getting a lot of those category two things. Taking a break when it's time to take a break. It's important. It's not urgent that you go on a vacation to
But
pull
it's
away,
important.
but it's important. You just work every day. At some point, you're gonna get frustrated. You're gonna get, all this type stuff. But if when you break away and realign yourself, reposition yourself, regroup, all this stuff, renew yourself. It's gonna put you in a better mindset. I remember, it's gonna put you in a better mindset to do things. I remember uh, one thing that got me excited about working. I would take off and not work for months. I work all I could, you
Uh-huh.
know, make money, get overtime. I still do other stuff, but in the process of looking for a job or work, I've taken a break. So by the time I go to work, I'm excited. I'm feeling good. I'm in optimum work mode. People be like, man, I don't know why you get the energy. I'm tired. I don't want to even do this job. I'm excited by hitting the clock, clocking in. They want to give me a drug test. Just back in my younger days, they want to give me a drug test because I would be at the clock about 10 minutes before it was time to clock in. This back in the day. And
Mm.
then I would get excited. I was like, "Woo!" I do a Ric Flair. They like, man, this guy, something wrong with him. He excited about going to work. I was working hard job, slave job. Not this slave job, but it hard physical job, picking up
Yeah.
stuff in warehouses, loading stuff up, unloading trucks. I couldn't wait to get in the truck. They
Oh,
said, man, he's got to be crazy. But that didn't last forever. But my attitude, and I think that's got a lot to do with your health, your attitude. I know we talking about health and stuff, but it's like that with everything. If you start paying attention, I don't care what it is. Lady called me today. She said, "Drummer, I want to get a house." I said, "Okay." I said, "You can get a house, but you got to put a plan together to get it. You got to put a
mm.
strategy together to get it. Uh, and you can do this. There are people that are able to do it within the time they said it to at least, within a year, whatever, but if you want to get your credit down, whatever you wanted to do, if you focus on it and, you prepared yourself and put a plan together, everything is possible. If you, uh, leaving school, a lot of people just graduated. Now, an ounce of prevention was to think about what you were going to do before you graduate. Okay, but unfortunately, a lot of people not in that category. They don't know what they want to do. They was into the Fugazi. They was like, man, before they knew it, they was in the 12th grade, went to the prom. Bam. What you gonna do? What you gonna be when you grow up? Now, those folk that had prepared, they said, well, I'm gonna get a job. I'm gonna do this. I'm gonna do that. Do this. I'm gonna go to college. I'm gonna go to trade school. I'm gonna go to the military. X, Y, Z. I'm gonna start a business. Or yada yada yada. But folk that have not prepared themselves, they are in category one, where it's right in their face, and you're being
Mm.
asked what you want to do. But you can still prepare yourself to go into something, a career or anything like that. And that's from preparing, coming up with a plan, a strategy, whether it's your personal life, relationships, your health, anything. If you start to really pay attention, and paying attention is part of prevention, preventing different things from happening. And
Yeah.
that's the key to life.
Yeah, you definitely need to pay attention, and a lot of people they live from day to day. They don't really think about the future or what's going to happen to them with their bodies. Even they don't think about their bodies because, like I tell people about cigarettes. No, why are you doing that? Personally, I don't understand why a person would burn money like that. That's me. Why would you burn your money? You know what I can do with $5 or however much cigarettes cost, but
Cigarettes
they
about
don't.
$10 a pack. But
Yeah, but they
now,
don't understand when they smoking. That smoke is killing the cells in their body. You know,
yeah,
that the organs have to break down the chemicals that they're putting in there, and eventually those organs going to break down. And
yeah,
people don't understand that, and that's how a lot of people got kidney diseases. Because they were doing drugs, and it was so much on their kidney. Now they have kidney disease and on dialysis and all that other stuff from doing drugs. And if they do prevention, if they don't do that, that's one problem they don't have to have. Even with high
right.
blood pressure, uh, if you don't take care of your high blood pressure, you can get a kidney disease.
Mm-hmm.
It messes with your kidneys. That's how I know somebody who's on dialysis right now because they didn't take care of their high blood pressure, and it messed with their kidneys. So you got to take care of yourself. An ounce of prevention, and your blood pressure could not be because of the food you eat. It could be something else. It could be stress. It could be pain in your body. It could be a lot of things that's causing you. You got to find out what's causing you to have high blood pressure and fix that rather than taking a pill. Because people don't want to take pills anymore. You know,
Whoa.
a lot of people do not want to take pills, and the doctors be pushing it. To me, a doctor is a legal pusher, pill pusher. That's what they are, legal pill pusher. Because I've gone to the doctor and I asked him to refer me to a chiropractor. He wouldn't refer me to a chiropractor, but he'll give me some pain pills. It's
Hmm.
like, I don't want pain pills. I want to get fixed. I don't want a band-aid. They would do that. Sometimes doctors won't listen to you because they know better. You
Right.
know, like for instance, I'll give you another example. I had an accident and my body was in a lot of pain. That pain would cause my blood pressure to go up, right? So I'm going to this heart doctor, and she wanted to give me some high blood pressure pills. I said, my blood pressure is up because I'm in pain. And she said, well, take the pills anyway. Not
Mm.
that I did. All I had to do was take something for pain and my blood pressure go down. You know, I don't want to be stuck on a blood pressure medicine. No, find out what's causing the pain, even with your stomach. A lot of people have these fat stomach. Did you know if you just drink lemon water, that'll help your stomach to go down? Because lemon burns the fat in your stomach. Just drink lemon water
Mm.
instead of sodas. Because all that sugar, that's another problem. A lot of people who have arthritis and stuff like that sugar causes inflammation in your body. Inflammation
Yeah.
causes pain. So if you get
Well,
rid of the inflammation, then you get rid of. Because I used to have arthritis in my hand. Do you know how old people fingers are when they all crooked up and stuff? You seen
right.
it? I thought my fingers was going like that, but I started working on it. I don't have that problem anymore. All that
Right.
inflammation, all that pain is gone. I have the
So,
strength back in my hand because I did that prevention. Well, I did the curing, and it wasn't chemicals. It's the
yeah.
stuff I put in my
Well,
body.
these bodies, believe it or not, are designed to go a long time. The
Yep.
Creator, the Giver of Days, God, the Big One, the Most High, designed us with some super good tools to move around in these earth suits. However, because of time and different actions that we take, some of them are just built in. Some of the habits that people have acquired, whether it's cigarettes, alcohol, even food, because the powers that want to be have placed different things on them to move and motivate people to want them more. Not, cigarettes are already addicted, but when they start putting all this stuff in them to make them more addictive, uh,
Mm-hmm.
when they start putting sugar in everything, they said we are more addicted to sugar than cocaine, heroin, or any of that. And when sugar started being placed in all this stuff, I mean, think about it. Even in alcohol, alcohol used to just be alcohol. Now you got sweeteners in them. You got grape beer, pineapple beer, cigarettes, sugar. They mix sugar with nicotine. As cigarettes start to fade, and you get what they call vapor. You look at all nothing but sweeteners and flavoring, and all this stuff, and people get attached to them. And by the time the generation that says, you know what, I'm not going to smoke because it gives you lung cancer. I don't like the smell of smoke, all this type of stuff. Well, the next generation is already being prepped for a sweeter thing to
Mm-hmm.
smoke. What is vaporing? What's those cigarettes, those cigars you see all the young people
Those
get?
electronic cigars,
Yeah, and then
cigarette.
even the tobacco ones, but they got different flavors: strawberry, peach,
Mm.
watermelon, all this type of stuff. Well, we certain things are already, and this is why we have to prevent ourselves from being addicted to these things. They leeway into them, meaning that you start out, and next thing you know, man, that tastes good. Before you know it, you're up to 3 or 4 of them a day, and then you find out the side effects, what kind of problems they cause for you, your body.
Yeah.
And sometimes it's too late, but you can work on it. And even with the doctors, sometimes it's a battle between you and your doctor. No one wants to know more about your body, other on this earth, more than you. Because when you go to your doctor, you tell your doctor, well, doc, my head been hurting. Now, if you get uh you give your doctor enough information over a period of time, they can help you. But you shouldn't have a doctor that immediately loads you up with the pills that doctor's been given by the pharmaceutical companies. They say, well, you got to give out so many of these pills, and you come in and he just give you so many period number 8. They could be placebos or anything just to make that money, that type of stuff. So we have to work with it. Even when you part of prevention is choosing a good doctor.
Yeah.
That's prevention. Don't wait until you get sick and threw up and all this type of stuff, and you got to run over somewhere like the VA or go down to Grady, and they got a doctor be like, "I've been waiting on a patient." Not to put them down, but what I'm saying, you end up with something where you said, "Man, I feel worse." So you part of your overall health is choosing during your good health days a good doctor. Don't
Yeah.
wait
And the thing is, when you go to the doctor, uh, I go to the doctor now. I go and I listen to what they got to say. But as
until.
far as taking their medicine and stuff, A lot of times I go and I let them tell me what they think, but then I do my research on my own. Because
Oh yes,
I was
of
having
course.
leg pains, for the longest. I went to the doctor and the doctor said, "Don't worry about it." And I thought about that. I'm going, now my leg's been hurting for a few months now. And he's telling me, don't worry about it. Is that supposed to be normal? No, it wasn't. I went to a chiropractor and my back was out of whack. So
Ah,
when he realigned my back, my leg pain went away. You know,
mm,
but my regular doctor said, don't worry about it. So you have to educate yourself and you have to know what's right and what's wrong with your body. So, because the doctors don't always know, because what they say, I'm practicing at McGee General. That's exactly what they're doing, practicing. Nothing is absolutely. They don't know everything.
yeah,
Sometimes you
itty
know more
bitty.
about your body than they do.
Mm,
No, you go there and let them do the test and tell you what they think. You can agree with them or you cannot agree with them. What some people don't realize though is that they are the employer and the doctor is in they yeah, and the doctor is the employee. You are hiring
mm,
the doctor. So
right.
you pay the doctor to do what you need done. That you don't pay them to tell you what you need to do. You know,
Mm,
they advise you. You pay them for advice. They advise you and they tell you what's what, but they can't make you do whatever. You
right.
know, so you have to know for yourself. Be diligent about learning. Get educated about your body.
Yeah.
Do your
Well,
research. And if they
well,
give you
that's
some pills and those pills are making you sick, don't continue to take those pills if
yeah,
the doctor say just take them, and
right.
knowing they're making you sick. No, I wouldn't advise that.
Well, that's part of prevention, doing your own due diligence.
Yes.
Uh, when you do get a checkup, or if you get a second opinion, you got a good relationship with your doctor. And one of the things that when you have a good relationship with your doctor, they don't see you as a cash cow. They just look down and see that you got good health benefits. And they say,
Mm-hmm.
oh, man, this is going to really get little Jonathan through this private school and going to put me in a position to keep this yacht. Well, they look at you more like a human being, like they would look at themselves. And I think a lot of doctors out there now are practicing medicine in that direction, you know, holistically, especially uh, in the areas of, but you got to be proactive. That's part of prevention. You got to
Mm-hmm.
talk, some people have a tendency to just nod their head and they be
Yeah.
just like this. They go in there, they don't have a good relationship with the doctor, and they end up the doctor giving them pills. They say, "How did those work?" They say, "Well, you still got a headache? Okay." It's just like there was a story where a guy. Well, tell you a quick joke. This Indian, they was going to build a highway, and he was going to go downtown and tell him he wasn't going to move. So he went to this doctor's office and ran in there and told him the Indian name was Chief Bowles. And Chief Bowles went in the hospital and said Bowles won't move. So the doctor gave him all these things to get because he went to the wrong place. He gave him stuff to help Bowles move. Well, after 3 weeks of going to the doctor, and the doctor just he said Bowles got to move. DP full of poop. Well, the doctor didn't know, because he kept coming back telling them all this stuff. Well, part of prevention is having direct communication with your healthcare providers. A lot of times, some of the reason people are prescribed overdosages and different things, when they ask you different questions, you got to do your own research, and then you got to be at least you got to be in a conversation of dialogue with your professional persons that take care of you. If you don't tell them everything or they don't know everything, sometimes they can misprescribe you. And sometimes, especially in Black communities, we have a tendency just to go with whatever they said.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, and then that's when you put yourself or compromise your health. So we have to be proactive on our side, and that's preventative. Uh, get checkups, all this type stuff.
Yeah, yeah, it is, and you want to, you want to prevent stuff like high cholesterol. You don't want high cholesterol, but then too, you don't want to take the pill either because the
Right.
pill, the cholesterol pill, it causes dementia and Alzheimer's because
Yeah.
it's eating up the cholesterol in your brain, and your body needs cholesterol. What people don't realize that. They don't realize their body is made from cholesterol, and when they taking those pills for cholesterol, is causing an early onset of Alzheimer's and dementia.
Yeah. And
So,
since, thinking about dementia and Alzheimer's, I've got two elderly people. One's by 87, the other one's 90 something. Well,
mm,
you got to constantly move. You got to constantly keep this brain to thinking. One of the things that will slow down Alzheimer's and dementia is learning a foreign language. Okay, this
mm,
is something you can just do. Even just like learning a computer program. When you learn new information, you excite these brain cells, and this is part of prevention. When you keep, if the mind is strong, if the mind is strong, it can dictate to the body, because that's all pills and stuff do. That they alter the mind's uh, concept of what's happening. Like painkillers just tell the brain you're not in pain. You you know
yeah,
uh, all these things, but your mind can do it on its own. But you got to keep the mind healthy enough and strong enough to fight off all this stuff. You'll know what to do. But yeah, learning a foreign language. Uh, be around new people. Uh, the people that live longer, they
mm,
build bigger networks of social people. Because you might outlive. You get to be 100, you might outlive all your buddies. So your
yeah,
new buddies are 70 years old. Now at 60 something, I might not hang out with 20-year-olds.
right.
But if you're 100, you might be hanging out with 70-year-olds. You see what I'm saying? So you're gonna have to
Mm,
learn, and it's a generation age gap, but you adapt it, and as long as you keep around some fresh people, some fresh thoughts, man, you just prevented early demise of your mind and your body.
yeah, and ginkgo is good too.
Oh yeah, ginkgo. A lot of herbs are great. Sea
Yeah, yeah,
moss, vitamin D3, all those nutritional things are good for
yeah,
maintaining optimum health.
yeah.
And the big thing is, if I had one little thought, don't get sick.
Yeah, and one of
I
the
know
things I
that
want to
sounds
say too is like a lot of times people get depressed and stuff like that. They don't
right,
know that they are depressed until later on. They think about it. It's like, why am I sad? What's wrong with me? It's sometimes depression is a chemical imbalancement in the brain, and you have to
yes,
fix that. Sometimes you're depressed because you have a chemical imbalancement, and I found that Sam E is good for that.
what's
Sam
that?
E, Sam E, SAM dash E, Sam
Okay,
E. That's good for chemical imbalancement in your brain. It makes for mood swings, and it's good for your bones too. you
okay,
know, but it's not a chemical. It's a supplement.
okay,
That's something your body needs. And I started taking that because with that accident, it was messing with my brains, and I was sometimes be depressed. I'm going, why am I depressed? What is wrong with me? And then
right,
I started taking Sam E. I could tell the difference with that
mm,
Sam E. It made me feel better.
right,
Give you life because like I'll be sitting at the computer and it's like I know I got to do some work, but I'm just lollygagging around. But that Sam E, it boosts my brains, it make you do better.
Mm.
So is that chemical imbalancement is the problem with a lot of people, and they don't know it. So you got to put the right foods in your body.
Oh
Don't kill
yeah.
your
Yeah.
brain. Don't put the stuff in there to kill your brain cells. No, no. Exercise is good for the brain too. Deep
Oh
breath,
yeah.
exercising, traveling, doing stuff that makes you happy. All of that stuff is good for you too. So
Because the
don't just,
brain ain't nothing but a big muscle.
yeah. Yeah, just a big muscle, but you got to take care of your body, definitely. And as far as high blood pressure and stuff like that, do apple cider vinegar. A lot of people don't realize apple cider vinegar is so good for the body. It fixes a whole lot of stuff, just like aloe vera. Aloe vera is good for everything. Well, I ain't gonna say everything, but
Right.
um, a lot of stuff. I've heard people say they've lost weight with aloe vera. I know a friend of mine went through chemo and he was always sick and stuff. And I told him, just drink some aloe vera juice. And he drank that and he said, that did him good. He said, I'm going to start telling people to go to you instead of going to those whacks. No wacky people. Just come to me so I can tell them what to do. So it helps. I know my nephew was on pills for his stomach for the longest. And I told
Mm.
my sister to give him some aloe vera juice. That did the trick. No longer is he on pills for his stomach. It
Mm.
fixed it. So aloe vera fixes a lot of stuff.
Yeah.
A lot of stuff. So I would tell people to just do supplement stuff. Aloe vera, that's just a natural herb. God put everything you need right here on earth. You don't need a
Oh,
whole bunch of chemicals because those chemicals fix one thing and mess up something else. Just like when you're doing chemo for cancer. Okay, they say the chemo is supposed to stop cancer, but what they don't understand is a cell from that cancer going to break off and plant itself in another part of your body. Okay, it's going to lay dormant for a while. Later on, it's going to come back with vengeance. So
mm.
I know you've heard of the cancer coming back with a vengeance, right?
Oh yeah.
That's
Mm-hmm.
all. That's all that happened. So what you do, moringa. Moringa is better for cancer than chemo. You drink that. Put that in your body and it kill off everything. Put some turmeric in your body. Turmeric in the grocery store on the shelf. In the spice area. You know, Drink turmeric tea. Put turmeric in all your foods and stuff like that to help your body. Cancer. That's one thing that's really upsets me when I hear somebody has cancer. And then the third, fourth phase of it. That
Mm-hmm.
that 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 upsets me. It's like you can prevent this, prevent, and you can't tell everybody everything because some people don't believe it.
Right. Your belief
Doctor
level got
said
to be
this,
up there.
huh?
The power of belief, and this is a mind thing.
Mm,
Even if you go to doctors, if you believe that you're gonna get well, and whether you go to conventional doctors, holistic doctors, one of the things they're finding out now is they have a consultation with people because a person's belief is critical to their healing. Uh,
mm-hmm.
how they feel about the doctor, how they think about or feel about conventional medicines. All this is stuff that can help them make it through whatever they're going through.
Yeah, yeah, it can. And then some people they just make the doctors their god. Whatever the doctor
Oh yeah, yeah.
say, I'm gonna go with the doctor. You know,
Sometimes you got to fire them.
Yeah, yeah,
Yeah,
you do. But some people, if you
yeah.
don't know any
Now,
better, see me, because I used to be in nursing, right? And I got out of nursing because
hmm
I don't like sick people. So I,
okay,
I I I went to the other side, to prevent medicine, prevent
okay,
injuries, sickness, and stuff. So if you want to prevent something, come to me. You want to get healed after you get sick, go to somebody else. But then too, I can help you to get healed too. You know, but I,
that's a
I don't
difference.
like I
Yes.
don't like sick people. So that's why I try to prevent sickness. I plan to live till I'm 100 years old, and if God want me to live longer,
Okay.
I will accept that. Healthy, wealthy, and wise, And that's what I'm working
Oh
on.
yeah, you be like the lady, well lived life, and living through things rather than looking at it being negative, all that type stuff. Once you
Mm-hmm.
learn to live and live life, that's what you end up doing. You learning from life. These are lessons, and
Yeah.
the more you prepare, the better your chances of having a good life, healthy
Yeah.
life.
Yep. You got to do the prevention thing. Don't wait till you get sick. Do the prevention. Do the right things. Eat plenty of fruits and vegetables. Drink your water. Put lemon juice in it. Lemon water. Warm lemon water is good. I
Oh
do
yeah.
my herbal teas every morning. Either I'm doing. Sometime I would do apple cider vinegar. So like I would do like
Okay.
3 teaspoons of apple cider vinegar, 3 teaspoons of raw honey, and then I would put a slice of lemon juice, a squeeze of lemon juice in there, put the whole thing in there. I put a dash of cinnamon in there, a dash of cloves in there, stir it all up. I'm good to go.
Okay.
Ginger, and put some ginger in there
Oh,
too.
ginger's good.
Put
Yeah, yeah,
all of
no
this
doubt.
in my apple cider vinegar and a cup of hot water, and I drink it as a tea. It's not bad. And it's good for your digestive system. It helps you lose weight. It's good for cholesterol, cancer prevention. You know, teas of cancer prevention. That black tea is not exactly the best for you, but the herbal teas, do the herbal teas, because I can't do the regular black tea because it makes
Ah,
my blood pressure run, well, my heart race because of all the
okay.
caffeine in it. Caffeine is not exactly the best thing for you, even though people drink coffee all the time. I got to have
Yeah.
that caffeine, but they don't understand that caffeine is acid, and the acid
Mm,
uh, in your body causes problems. Okay, your body is alkaline. Let's do it like this. Your body is alkaline. And when you put a whole bunch of acid in your body, you open up
ooh,
avenues for everything to happen. Cancer flourish in an acidic body. Diseases flourish in an acidic body. So you want to have an alkaline body. Drink alkaline water. Put lemon in your water. Um, Eat alkaline foods, broccoli, and all this other stuff. That will keep your body healthy. You'll
oh
be on
yes,
a
yeah.
better route. Rather than eating the sugar and all this processed food, you don't want this processed stuff. You don't want that. So eat the right food. That's what you got to do. Is if it came from the earth, then it's good for you.
Mhm.
All this box stuff, that's not always good because they put a whole bunch of chemicals in that stuff. And
Process, process,
they put
process.
chemicals in stuff to make you addicted to it so you can
Oh
eat
yeah.
more. And like a lot of people, they want to do this sugar free, not sugar, it's not sugar free, sugar substitute,
Oh,
you know, and
they
that
work.
stuff give you cancer.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, so stay away from the sugar, period. If you're gonna do sugar,
Honey.
do raw sugar or do raw honey. That is better for you. If you got to have sweet, get some fruit. You know,
Yeah.
fruits are sweet. Stay away from that processed sugar. That's the thing. The processed sugar, you don't want it in your body because it is bad for you. Nope. So we are running out of time. You got anything you want to say before we get out of here?
Oh, stay healthy, stay wealthy, stay wise. Ounce of prevention keeps everybody away. Bill collectors and the doctor.
Yes, it will. I don't know about the bill collectors.
Oh
Well,
yeah.
medical bill collectors, you won't have to go to the doctor all the time. You
Yep.
saving money from and time. Uh, Being healthy, you don't have to spend your money going to the doctor. You don't have to spend time in the bed. You don't have to spend time just being alone when you want to go somewhere. I'm
Yeah.
hurting. I don't feel good. You stay
I
healthy and
hear
you
you.
can go all the time. Yeah. Because you don't want to go all the time, because you need your rest. Because if you don't get
Mhm.
your rest, then your body gonna fall again. So take the time to heal your body, rest your body, feed your body the good things. And that's the way you're going to live. Live till you're 100 years old like me. Because I plan to live till I'm 100 years old by eating right, putting the right things in my body, doing the supplements because a lot of the food don't have the vitamins that it used to. And also Ground yourself. Take your shoes off, walk out in the grass, and ground yourself with Mother Earth. That is so important to you. I mean, for your body, ground yourself with Mother Earth. Take your shoes off, walk out in the bare feet in the green grass. Okay? Grounding yourself. That is so important. That is healthy for you. Believe it or not. Okay? So we want to take care of ourselves. And so, but you know, take care of your mind also. Power thoughts empowering you to be successful in life. So you want to take care of that. Oh, you can get that book at AandKProductions.com. AandKProductions.com. You can get that book, or you can just order it, Power Thoughts by Sylvia Hayes. Google it, Power Thoughts by Sylvia Hayes, and you can order that book. You want to get that because you want to keep your mind straight. Okay. So until next week, of course, next week is also the gospel and comedy show in Snellville. So you got to go there and get that, see it. You're gonna enjoy yourself. That's a way to relax the mind. Okay? Because relaxing the mind is so important. That is part of your life. Okay, a relaxed mind. Power thoughts. Get the book. Until next week, y'all have a powerful day. Have a good one.